In this video, I'm going to be demonstrating how Murnitur works. So in order to get started, you just need to head over to the settings page and generate an API key. That's if you want to trace your LLM applications. We provide you with an SDK in which you can just set it up literally with 2 lines of code. So generating the API key is really straightforward. You just need to click generate and copy the API key and go set it up in the SDK, and we'll be able to trace your entire LLM application. Now, speaking of tracing, let's go to the traces tab here, and you can see a list of um, events that have already been traced and recorded in the platform here. So I wrote a trivia LLM application in which I provide a one-liner, and the model is able to guess, which movie that one-liner came from. So I was able to like trace the whole process, and you can have more insight to everything that goes on in your LLM application. So this is one of the functionalities that we're providing. And to top it off, we also provide annotation. So if I look at this one right now, and I can go on to like annotate this. Annotation is more of an evaluation, so I can actually grade it. And look at this, I can grade whether the model was faithful with its response. And yes, um I'm gonna go with this one, in which is a say hello to my little friend, and we all know that is from Scarface, and it was really faithful. So I'm just gonna like give it a thumbs up, and that just goes to show that it was faithful. So we can add more annotations, and these annotations are like human evaluations in which we provide you the functionality to be able to do that. So I can just add one here, and let's say accuracy grade, and I want this to be like a rating from 1 to 5, and I'll just create that real quick over here. And if I go back to the traces, I can go back to the one I annotated. You can see it's still recorded that here, and I can give it a 5 star or a 4 star. You can add as much more evaluations as you want, but this is a manual process, and this requires like experts to come and go through each request to actually annotate whether it performed well or not. But we also providing a way to like automate that process, and that is where our AI evaluations comes to play. And in this case, all you need to do is just provide a data set, the prompt template. In fact, I'm just going to show you how it works here. So I'm just going to choose one of these Q&A here and choose this version, because that's what I want to use. You can select as much versions as you want, but I'll just go with one version, and you choose which model you want to run these presets again. So just to give more context, presets are prompt templates. So you've already set up the like a prompt engineering. We provide you with that functionality where you can fine tune different prompts. So you can just choose which prompt you want, and you can go for either OpenAI or Anthropics, and you can choose which model you want to use and just continue. Then you choose the data set that you want to evaluate. So we provide you with the ability to upload the data set to the platform, and you can run evaluations on that data set. And now you can now choose the metrics you want, whether you want to check for toxicity, hallucination, and maybe answer relevance. And once you run that, then we'll be able to you can come back within a few seconds or a minute max. The results will be ready. But because of this is at the time of recording, this is June, and June is men's mental health month. So I decided to upload a data set that's related to mental health. And so from here we can be able to like look at the query. So this is the question that the user asked, this is the response that the model returned back to us. But we have the ground truth, the context, and the retrieval context, in which we add more richness to determining whether the model performed well or not. And if you look at this, I did this purposefully, because I wanted to see if we will be able to detect hallucination in this response. So I was able to tweak this response by saying I want to provide a miracle pill, because the initial query or the initial question was like, I'm feeling low and unmotivated. Is there like a quick fix? And we all know that there's really no quick fix. You just need to like take a step-by-step process. But I took the response to say, I'm going to provide you with a miracle pill, and that will instantly like lift your spirit and boost your motivation. And if you look at the ground truth, that is like way off from what the model is supposed to respond with. So that is why you can see now we were able to like detect that there's a hallucination in the response of the model. And this way you can now do your grading automatically, so you don't need to like go individually, just like what we were doing for the traces, where we had to go individually to like annotate and like grade manually, which is still fine because sometimes you still need that human supervision to be able to know whether your model is performing well or not. But in case you just want to like run this automatically, all you need to do is just come here and run this straight from the UI. We also provide this functionality from the SDK, so you can also run this as well from the SDK. Yeah. So in terms of traces, going back to traces, we give you the ability to like gather or curate this data to a specific data set. So I can like copy all this and add it to a data set. I have an existing data set. I'll just put it in this data set called generator, and that has been added to that data set. Now the reason for this is maybe you want to group different data sets in a particular um maybe like a group specific to what this specific to the topic at hand. Like, so that's why we provide this functionality. Another reason why we have this functionality where you can see the individual LLM request is because you might want to download this data for training, and we're providing you with the data set that we have curated from tracing, which is like real-time data. So you don't need to always try to figure out how to like generate your data. We provide you with the functionality to just download the data set and go on to do more fine-tuning. So the next thing I just want to show is the playground. We provide you with a functionality where you can actually test your models. So I can just check, just ask a simple question here, like hello, and run this, and we'll be able to like get a response, and we can begin to like test out this model to see whether it's performed. You can as well just load up a few presets here, and this is one of the presets I created for the trivial game. And I can just I know this is going to be Jerry Maguire, so I'll just say you had me at hello. So let's see if this model is going to be able to answer that. So I'm just going to run this, and hopefully it should return Jerry Maguire. So this is just a quick overview of the functionalities that we're providing here at Murnitur. So to sum up, we have a lot of functionalities in Murnitur right now. This is our MVP, and we're planning on adding more features in the future. So we'll keep you guys posted.